Okay, fueled up, ready to go. Continuing on in our series of tools that are in Microsoft 365 that you're probably not using, we're going to go into Microsoft Planner today. So what is Planner? Microsoft Planner combines the best aspects of Microsoft To Do, Microsoft Planner, and Microsoft Project for the web into one place and pins it directly into Teams. And what's the difference between Microsoft Planner and Microsoft To Do? Well, Microsoft To Do is for typically your personal tasks, whereas Microsoft Planner will pull in the tasks from the various groups and teams that you're a part of. So it has more capability. It also has differing views, whereas Microsoft To Do is a very grid-oriented system. Okay, first things first, how do we get to Planner? Well, if you click these three dots in Teams, scroll down a little bit, you're going to see somewhere in here, Planner, right there. And if you add it, it'll show up in your list of things to do. Now, if you want to keep this available to you, you want to right click this and pin it, and it will stay in that sidebar and you can move it anywhere you like. So if you're like me and you are concerned with your to-do list, you can move it right up the list. And you can see here right on the main screen that we have a number of different areas here. We have both a grid view and a board view. And the difference is that you can drag and drop things in the board view. You cannot do that in the grid view. In the grid view, you are doing things via the old customizable drop-down menus here. So if we wanted to change this to important, we could. Now we have my day. These are all the things that are due today. We have my tasks. These are all the things that are due today as well as completed. I actually have filters on. If you look over on the right side of the screen over here, you can see that I have turned off the completed tasks. If I turn that back on, you can see all of the tasks that I've done in the past, which is a fair number. I personally can't stand seeing thousands of things done, but I turn that off because I only want to see what I still need to do. Then we have my plans, and you can think of the difference between my tasks and my plans as the tasks, my tasks being things that are either private to me or that have been assigned to me, whereas my plans are the areas that you can see everybody's tasks. So these are things where they've been created in a group or some sort of shared environment and then attached to various people. So if you look at the management section, we have one thing in here that is for me, but it's been assigned to me and I could assign it to also to other people. So the my plans is typically shared tasks. Okay, let's start getting into the use. So every day I start my day here. I look at the things that I have to do, and I typically will go into the board, and if I've started things, I'll move them over there. So I did start cleaning the warp manifolds already, so that's in progress. And I've obviously started doing the Microsoft Planner video, so that's in progress as well. We'll put that one up here. And these are in different areas. So Microsoft Planner video, that's a private task. You can see it's listed right here. If I go back to the grid view, you can see where the things came from is going to be listed in the plan. So we've got private tasks here, and we've got opportunities. This is a group or a team. And this is also management. This is also a group or a team. This has been assigned to me directly. So it'll show you where it is. It'll also show you the due date on everything in this listing, and it will show you the priority, and will show you the progress, whether it's completed or not. And this view here, the My Day view, other than grid and board, is not customizable. In the My Tasks view, there's a couple other features that are shown here. If it's a flagged email, it will come through here. So anytime I get an email that I know I need to act on, I will flag it and it goes into my planner. And it will actually also show me the attachments that are tied to that task, to that email rather. So that's a really handy feature. So let's open one of these things here. So let's look at the board view here and see how it differs. In the board view, you can see that I can actually see the subtasks of each of my tasks. So the Skynet proposal, I need to verify that we're using true AI. I need to adjust for liquid metals, and I need to work on the clothing issue. In my adjust heading, you can see that that is overdue. It's marked in red and it's important. Now I did just adjust the heading, so we'll mark this one as done. And then I have my flagged emails here. This one, if I click it, it's going to open up that email for me in Outlook, and I'll be able to just see it right away. Now, what if I only wanted to see flagged emails? I could filter that way. If I only wanted to see things that had been assigned to me, I could filter that way. And if I only wanted to see things that I had personally created, that'd be private tasks, I can filter that way. So let's double click on this Skynet proposal. And you can see that this is in the bucket, the new contracts things. So buckets are just groupings of tasks that need to be done. And in this Skynet task, you can see that we had 3 sub items. So we can go through and mark each of the sub items done, and then we can mark the Skynet proposal as finished. Now, my plans. These are all of the areas where Planner has been implemented in a group or a team environment. And you can go into these individually and see what's there, and also create new items here. So I can add a new task. So let's call this clean the Jeffries tube, and we'll set a due date of tomorrow, and let's assign that to Aaron. That's something that he's going to need to do. And I can add that task. Now, Aaron is going to get a notice within Teams and within Planner that he's been assigned a new task. And in his Planner, this is going to show up in his list. So it's really good for working within a team. Now, let's say that I wanted to give Aaron some details on that task. So just outside engineering, I found some sawdust in the Jeffries tubes. And so I could give Aaron some details on this task. And I could say there's also socks. And I could give him some subtasks in there as well. I could also make this a repeating task. Maybe this needs to be done weekly, and maybe it's an important priority. So if I go back to my task list for the day and I look at the things that I still need to do, I bought coffee. We got that Starbucks receipt. I took care of this today. I'm doing the Microsoft Planner video, and I'm going to say we're coming to a close, so I'm going to mark this one as done. Clean the warp manifolds is done. Create proposal is done. And this flagged email is also done. So I just have that onboarding welcoming video left to do. As soon as I come out and come back, you're going to see those completed items go away because I have the filters turned on. So that's Microsoft Planner. We use it all the time. It's great for collaborating in teams, working on projects, doing an implementation or an onboarding, or just keeping track of your personal tasks. Let us know in the comments if you figured out some use for Planner that we missed in this ever-changing IT landscape. Be adaptive. We'll see you next time.